This is Kilo Echo 7 Victor Lima Charlie for the Mesa Amateur Radio Club. Name here is Orion. Yeah, the Mesa Amateur Radio Club. All right. Well, today's video is gonna be a little on a short side. Relatively short compared to most of my other videos. Today's is going to be a somewhat of a product review. It's not going to be about a radio or anything of that nature, but it's going to be about something that most new hams tend to grab a hold of and pick up. When they're first starting the hobby. There's a few of us that still get this product, and it's something that I find very useful, very helpful. Something that it allows me to be able to get, let's say, new topics to discuss with you guys, or the topics to talk about in our club meetings. And we're talking about magazines, periodicals, all right? And the two most popular products out there, and I'm just going to start by prefacing that neither one of these organizations give us any funding. They don't sponsor us. I don't know if they're going to be frowning upon me doing this review or not. I'm not going to show you really, any of the articles or anything of that nature. I just wanted to basically present this as my own opinion. I find that the more information that you guys have about the different products out there, the better off you guys are, and that's the key to this hobby, is making sure that you know where to go and get resources and stuff of that nature. Without the resources, we'd be kind of stuck back in the old Stone Age, where we'd actually have to grab a library card and go down to the local library and take hours on a Saturday to do some research and looking things up, and maybe making photocopies of something to take home and do some research on and everything. Today's world, we've got the internet. The internet is a plethora of information out there, but there are still books and magazines still being published about our hobby. And with that, I'm going to start talking about the ARRL version of the magazine, QST. It's a great read. Matter of fact, I highly recommend that all members get this. Yes, that's kind of a little bit of a plug for the ARRL. I'll talk about how you can actually subscribe to these magazines in a bit here. The next one is CQ Magazine. CQ Magazine, I find, is actually a lot more useful than the QST, but I'll get into that in just a little bit. So we're just only talking about these two here. There is one other magazine out there that the ARRL produces, but it doesn't come with your membership. And I just want to emphasize that I've never read the magazine, and I've never looked at it. That one's the QEX magazine. I have never subscribed to it, and I'm thinking about doing it. So I'll probably once I subscribe to it, I'll go right ahead and do a review on that as well later on. If the ARRL doesn't really like me producing this or anything of that nature, they need to tell me, and I'll be more than happy to take the video down and everything. But I find this is a good plug for the ARRL. It's free advertisement. Same way with CQ Magazine. This is free advertisement for them. I'm not charging them any money. I'm not asking them to donate to the club or sponsor the club or anything of that nature. I'm doing this more as an informative video than anything else. So I hope that I hope everybody is understanding of that and copacetic with that. So let's start out with they both come in both paper, through the mail type magazine. Both of them do. And then both of them offer a digital subscription nowadays. And I really like the digital subscription to a certain extent. To me, I still prefer the actual hard copy in my hand. There's something to be said about sitting around, when you're camping, or, sitting in a car at a public service event or something like that, and you're just sitting there waiting until your shift starts or something like that. You can actually pick this up in the in the van or something of that nature and sit there and actually read something while you're waiting for something to happen. Um, there are some people who take a Kindle or some sort of electronic reader with them and then go out and, could do the exact same thing. I just prefer the magazine. I don't know. That's just my preference. But both of them offer it. Um, I think the only one that you can actually get in a bookstore is the CQ magazine. Um, I've never seen the QST magazine in a bookstore, and I think that's because in order to become a subscriber of the QST magazine, you actually have to be a member of the ARRL. So you actually have to go to the ARRL's website and become an actual member of them in order to get the QST magazine. And since most bookstores are not members of the ARRL, they're not going to usually put that out there. Libraries typically get their version of it via people out in the public basically donating it to the library. You might be able to go down to the local library and actually pick one up and read through it and everything, but it's usually because somebody has taken the stack of magazines down to the library and donated it to them. CQ magazine, on the other hand, libraries can actually subscribe to it. And if there is enough interest in it, perhaps the library will actually subscribe to it and actually get the magazines to put on their periodical shelf. Other than that, it's, you're going to have to either pick up a copy at a doctor's office if they have magazines laying around or something of that nature. But you too can subscribe to their own magazines. Now, like I said, the ARRL magazine, and we'll cut over here. Okay, there's the Mesa Amateur Radio Club website right there. So here's the ARRL's website. I'm already logged in here, so let's do no. Control. All right. So I'm already logged in. I'm already a member. But in order to get to the QST, you have to join the ARRL. Now, despite what a lot of people's personal beliefs are on the ARRL, I think the ARRL does a really good job for what they do. I think they could do better in some aspects, but this isn't a political rant or anything of that nature. I think that the ARRL, for what they do a fairly decent job of it. Okay, and one thing is the magazine itself. I like this magazine. This magazine's they offer, you can actually come in here and read up on the free article. There is one free article every month, and so you can come in here and actually just click on it, and it downloads as a PDF. And we'll go right ahead and open up this PDF. We'll slide it out. Okay, so here is the free article of the month. Anybody and everybody can actually read this free article by just simply visiting the ARRL website and searching for QST magazine. All right, and you can even go back subscriptions. August, January. I believe it keeps on going. I mean, look, 2013. Here's, so there's a lot to this magazine. And CQ, here's the CQ's website. This is probably my favorite magazine. And I'll get into that here in just a little bit. I'm getting a little sidetracked here. So, to become a subscriber to the CQ, you just have to come in here and click here to subscribe today. Takes you over to another website where you can actually sign up. You can either sign up for if you do, I believe, let's see here, 12 issues. For the digital edition is 3. Let's see here, that's for 12 issues. For 2 years subscription, $57. That's a couple dollars off of doing it 12 issues at a time. I believe, and yeah, here's the print edition. The print edition for 1 year is $42.95, and the reason why it's a little bit more than about $13 more is because it costs money to actually do this. All right, this right here, this product right here costs a lot of money to do. The digital edition does cost a little bit of money, but it's not all that bad. So, anyways, back to what I was talking about here. Um, so you can come in here and subscribe. I like this magazine myself. They do a lot of other things in here. CQ does a lot of contests and everything. You can come in here and look at their contest calendar and everything. But we're not here to talk about about their contests. The third magazine on here, the one that I keep talking about that I don't have a subscription to and that I'm going to probably get one eventually, is going to be the QEX magazine. This is for communications experimenters. This is where you're going to find projects, a lot of projects and everything. You can even come in here and look and see what the what the free article of the month is going to be. I kind of like it. I think it's interesting that they offer at least one article a month for free, and I'm kind of happy that they do that. Especially for new hams, it might get your feet wet a little bit, or those who haven't become a ham yet. You can actually take the time and actually read up on a couple different articles that you're interested in. Now, we're going to go over and take a look at their digital subscription here. We're going to go over the QST edition. This is the latest edition. This is the one that just came out not too long ago. I don't have the paper copy yet because it takes the slow boat to Arizona. Well, yeah, we're landlocked and there's a boat involved. You get the joke there. Anyways, so we're going to take a look, just quickly look at a couple of this. The digital edition is actually very easy to actually flip through and utilize, which is one reason why I really like it. They've done a really good job of trying to make it look like and imitate a magazine. I mean, you notice the paper flip right there. I think that's pretty darn cool. Sorry, but I think that's cool. Anyways, you come in here and you look. Okay, there's the contents of the magazine. Got a few different pictures and stuff of that nature, and then it comes in. Yes, it's got a lot of advertisements. Because without the advertisements, these periodicals would be costing you hundreds of dollars a year to subscribe to, and it just probably wouldn't be worth it, especially with a hobby like that, like ours. But you can kind of get a little bit of a rough idea as to what it looks like. I like it. I think it's kind of nice that they're doing this. I wish, and then of course CQ actually has their digital subscription as well. Pretty much, almost identical. I'm not really big on the changing of the pages. It's like just reloading a new, there's no fun in there. It doesn't look like you're actually changing the pages of an actual magazine. But it is what it is. I've read this magazine quite a few times. I subscribed a long time ago, and then I stopped subscribing. But then I picked it back up. And the reason why I really like the CQ magazine over the QST magazine, and this is just my personal opinion, is the articles seem to have a lot more meat to it. It seems like it has a lot more information in it, I should say. Some of these articles that I've read in CQ magazine are, like 5, 6, even 7 pages long. So it's, I think it's kind of interesting that they do it, and I think the reason why they do it is because they're not pressured to bring a whole bunch of little articles to the market. They would prefer people to actually hold on to these magazines for quite a while to read it and understand it, and maybe play around with it. I mean, they've got some, I don't know. I just like the fact that a lot of the articles in here are a lot longer than what's in the ARRL's magazine. But at the same time, I'm not going to fault the QST because they do a lot of really good stuff. They've got bright, fancy artwork in here. It really catches your eye. I mean, look at this, a slightly off-center fed dipole. You know, I mean, you look at this chart up here. I mean, that just is, it's really eye-catching and everything. They've done a really good job. I'm happy with it too. I get both magazines, like I said. So this is my own personal opinion, and quite honestly, I urge every single one of you to actually go out and get a subscription to at least one of these magazines. Um, if you really, really want to be heard in the world, the IARU and the worldwide for amateurs, the best way to do that is through the ARRL. So, you know, you might as well go out there and subscribe to their magazine by becoming a member. It's no extra cost. As soon as you join up the ARRL, you get the QST magazine. And they deliver both the paper and a digital copy to you. So you get both for basically the price of your membership. That right there is a great deal. Whereas with the CQ magazine, you end up having to pay for either the digital or the paper. They do have a digital and paper, but it costs a lot. You know, you look on here, it's like, okay, this is a 2-year deal. Let's see here. Okay, print and digital combo is $61. Now, quite honestly, that's still a really good deal if you stop and think about it. The digital edition is $30 and the print edition is like $42, $43. So that's 70 some odd dollars right there. You're still getting a good break if you go the print and digital combo for $61.95. Not a bad deal, okay? However, the QST still beats them hands down when it comes to that, because you subscribe to the ARRL as a member and you get both the digital and the paper copy of your magazine for $50. So I don't know. I still prefer the CQ magazine over the QST, but I support the ARRL. I'm a member. I've been a member since day one, since I've started, and I'm happy. Yeah, the ARRL doesn't look out for my necessarily requirements to be a ham. But when you have 700,000, 800,000 people out there that are hams, and every single one of them is an individual with their own ideas and ideals, and you know, wants something different and everything, it gets a little tough on the ARRL to try to fulfill everybody's wishes. So you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. I like both magazines. I've subscribed to both magazines, and I'm going to continue doing so. I do have a few back issues. Typically, what I end up doing with my magazines is, you know, after a couple years or something like that, I might go right ahead and mark them off and go down to the local library and donate them, or I might take them over to a doctor's office or something like that and drop it off on their magazine, you know, area, just to let them, you know, let people actually read it while they're sitting there for their doctor's appointment or something like that. I've offered a couple magazines to a couple people that were becoming members or becoming hams, and so I have no problems just donating magazines away. But a lot of times it ends up going into the recycle bin, whereas the digital copy stays there. That's the nice thing about both. Once you've subscribed to something, it's basically yours. I can always go back into the ARRL's QST magazine, you know, library, and go and actually pull up the different articles in different magazines if I want to or need to. Not too sure if QST offers that. I do know that, or not QST, the CQ magazine. I do know that they offer, you know, CDs with back issues and stuff of that nature. I don't know if I would actually be interested in that or not, but hey, you know, if I ever, you know, need something from a long time ago, I'll look and see if it's available on the internet. If it's not, and I find it in a CQ magazine, I think I'll go right ahead and try. So, anyways, my recommendation is at least start with the QST magazine for new hams. If you're just starting out, become a member of the ARRL and get your QST magazine and start learning. There's some really good articles. They try to make it so that It's readable for everybody at every age level, at every um, experience level. All right, it's not just for experts. It's not just for extra, amateurs or the general or anything of that nature. So, um, but don't dismiss the CQ magazine. All right, um, it's got a plethora of information in it. I like it because it feels to me like the articles are a lot more meatier. When we're talking about meat and potatoes, I would rather have more meat than potato on my plate. Anyways, that's just my opinion on it. I just wanted to basically do this video so that any of you out there that are kind of on the fence, teetering back and forth, um, you know, looking at these magazines, going, "Oh, which one should I go? Which should I do? What should I do?" Um, both magazines are really good magazines. Um, so check them out. If you have any questions, you can always comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down here. There's a subscribe button. Anytime we release a new video, make sure you put that little alarm bell on so that as you open up your YouTube, you get notified that we actually have a new video out. We're going to try to do these videos more often and try to get them out there a lot more. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. In the meantime, I hope you guys are having fun with this hobby. I hope you're enjoying it. Come to one of our meetings. We don't do physical meetings all that often. Stay tuned to our website over here, wm7rc.org. Obviously, well, we got a Winter Field Day 2020 countdown already going. Oh yeah, we love Winter Field Day. Anyways, you can see all of our events that are coming up. Our somewhat fall camping trip is coming up on August 23rd. Our August virtual meeting, and that's the one thing that we're kind of known for, is having virtual meetings rather than physical meetings. Where you get to basically sit at home and you turn on YouTube and you sit back and you watch us and laugh at us, toss popcorn at us, whatever. Um, but we try to do a little bit of a meeting. If you got any meeting topics you would like, you can always email me at Kilo Echo 7 Victor Lima Charlie. That's KE7VLC. You can email KE7VLC at WM7RC.org. That's KE7VLC, very loud character, which is me, at the Whiskey Mike 7 Romeo Charlie, that's West Mesa 7 Radio Club .org. Feel free to email me if you've got any topics you would like to talk about or discuss. If there's something that you would like us to try to review on or something, let us know, and one of us will try to do a review on it. For now, I'm going to say 73s to everyone. I hope you guys are all having fun in the hobby, and stay tuned for other videos. Thank you.